Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore Live Show. It is episode 382. It is a Sunday night, and you know what that means. For the last time this week, we are here to discuss The Rings of Power, Season 2, Episode 6, as we move next week to Saturdays to discuss this show. But as always, this is the Nerd You're Gonna Hear host show alongside my wonderful co-host, Brad and Yoda.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to wonderful, wonderful Sunday night. Sunday, as they say.
Sunday night, man. We're here to talk about a massive episode of
Ooh,
massive episode of Rings of
huge.
Power, and I'm very very happy to start with that. But before we can go ahead and begin, Brad, how are you doing, bro?
I am slightly inebriated, so yes.
Yeah, I know. I can tell. Yeah,
Mhm.
I can tell.
I am drinking a good bottle of wine right now.
Yeah.
And before I drank a bad bottle of wine, so we're evening out.
Yeah. Bro, Brad thought we were discussing season 1, episode 6. He was like, "Oh, this one's Udine," and I'm like, "No, it's not. It's not
Udine, right? No. Oh, yeah.
That's season 1, episode 6. We already discussed that one,
so we're good on that one.
Yeah.
No. What we were getting. First off, Raul, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. So I woke up today.
You grinded today. Let's
yeah, I grinded today. I also woke up with a fucking killer headache, bro. I was like, yeah, I don't know why. But I read up. It's like, if you grind your teeth, if you're sleeping on the wrong pillow, which I'm pretty sure is because I'm sleeping on the wrong fucking pillow.
I will say, I have a mattress pad that even Brenda agrees is fucking above and beyond what we had. So if you want me to send you that through Temu,
I'm good, bro.
It's fucking comfy as
mattress
shit,
pad. I have one on my mattress. I think my mattress also sucks ass, bro. So
it could be.
Yeah.
This one is only, so we had like a 4-inch foam and it was just straight foam. And that fucking thing, after a few years, you were just falling into it. And this new one's above and beyond. I'm getting so much better sleep. Thank you, Temu. That's why I keep ordering shit from you.
Yeah. So I woke up, took the dogs out, went back to bed, woke up with another fucking killer headache, and I was like, oh man, like I don't know what the fuck's going on here. I went, so I chilled out. It was like after I took a shower, and basically I was like, okay, yeah, fine. Now I'm feeling fine. So I just woke up and I just chilled out for a second. Then I think I started stream at around 12:40 something, I want to say.
Yeah, you were on pretty early. You were on right when I think I was watching Metropolis.
Yeah,
around that, because I didn't fit like Metropolis is a 2-hour and 24-minute film.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if it tells me what time I went live, but no, Oh yeah, look, Sunday, September 22nd at 12:25.
Actually, yes, because I sent you a text.
Yeah.
And you were like, I can't get to you because I'm streaming. I'm like, that's fine. I figured it out. So
yeah,
there was multiple ways for that movie.
Yeah. So I was planning to go live at 2. But I was like, I'm just gonna go live. I was like, I got showered.
You started a different game though when I caught you, right? You moved to a different game.
Yeah. So what I've been doing is like I'm playing like COD, and then I'm playing Jedi Survivor. So today I started off with COD, and I moved to Jedi Survivor. So what I'm gonna do next stream is I'll just start with Jedi Survivor and move on and go back.
I feel like if I have time, I need to jump on and we can do something. So
chain together, huh?
Oh God, you want to keep this friendship, Raul?
I want to, but
you will hate me. It'd be like Keon. Keon doesn't talk to me anymore after
Among Us. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like if we play Chain together, it's got to be for like something special.
I mean, I feel like we got to do like a Kai and change up the whole rooms.
Yeah. No, I feel like I'm just that one's gonna have to have like a what's it called, voice warning, or like people are gonna start yelling at each other.
Like an elder abuse warning over.
Yeah.
Bro, yelling at me.
I started streaming around 12:25 and I ended, I want to say, around 6 something. I streamed for 6 hours and 1 minute.
Okay, and yes, and so I caught like a few minutes of Jedi Survivor before I had to go help Brenda with something.
Yeah.
and you were trying to go up a hill. You're
Yeah.
not having any luck with that. And I just bring this up because we bring back me, and when Spider-Man came out on the PS5, and I couldn't figure shit out. And yeah, what the fuck? You couldn't figure out the fucking hill roll?
Here is the fucking difference, you fucking numbnut. You had to just walk across, and the other side of the fucking building was on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
This is a Souls-like game where I have to do fucking wall running, jumping, fucking what's it called into a wall. I have to fucking get balls so that way they can fucking open up other portals. Brad, I don't know what the fuck was going on.
I do have another question. Did you ever beat Ursula?
No, I haven't fucking beat Ursula. I haven't attempted to beat Ursula.
There was a. I thought when you got so many viewers or followers, you were gonna attempt Ursula again.
I
Then
got a
again,
fucking job. That's
I'm
what
supposed to do a
happened.
24-hour. I shouldn't bring this up. I'm
Yeah,
supposed
I
to do
got a fucking job. That's what.
Yeah, I'm supposed to do a 24-hour fucking stream with you too. If you
I'm
get that.
gonna probably what's it called? Delay that until what's it called? Thanksgiving
I
break
I
or
uh,
Christmas break, winter break. I'm sorry.
probably Christmas. Like I'll have break Christmas. I'm taking a week off Christmas,
Yeah,
so if we can delay it to then.
yeah,
Because I'm not planning to take off Thanksgiving. I usually take off
yeah,
Thanksgiving, but
yeah. But yeah. This game, I love the story, but it makes me feel like the biggest fucking idiot I've ever been. I am with Jedi Survivor, bro. Like there's what's it called?
dude,
There's
dude, I
too
know,
many couples he played through a
I'm,
Doki Doki Literature
I
Club.
know, I'm shit on you right now, but there's no worse than Destiny, where I had to make fucking jumps all the goddamn time. And I just felt like the stupidest motherfucker who cannot make a goddamn jump ever.
Do you ever feel like thankful that we don't play that game
I
anymore?
am so, I'm the disappointment I hear from people at the
I
end,
think we
right?
got out at the right time.
Because we're at the end. The disappointment I hear from people, I feel bad for it because I love Destiny 1. Like I think we both love Destiny 1.
Destiny 1 and in those first couple of months of Destiny 2.
Yeah, I think I mean they were pretty good. But honestly, I'm glad we got out because I think both me and you saw they were just milking it at the end here
Milking it, bro.
for years. And it's just like okay, they're gonna charge us everything, and then a couple months later, just give it away for free. It's just like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And that's how you kill like your loyal fans,
Yep.
and that's what they did.
Bro, Bryce and Matt are still going at it. They're still going with this game, and it's just like I'm like I can't, bro. I cannot. I'm
I,
gonna just
I mean, I feel like if I tried to like, I still like part of like I have a whole fucking thing of Destiny over there, or over here. I forget where over here. But it's just like I don't think I could jump back into it because they were moving more. I think Destiny 1 was more the storyline, and then after Destiny 2 and all that was a lot of PvP,
well,
and it,
once
it just
Cade,
wasn't
I
for
think
me.
I was out when
Once Cade
Cade died.
died, yeah.
Like I think that to me, that's my head canon. That's where Destiny ended.
No, I'm same. I think that's when we both ended. We just like I loved Cade so much throughout all that, and then
Yeah.
like I know why they did it, but I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah. And I was like, okay. I was like, that plus, the constant like just screwing over fans and PvP becoming more important.
Well,
It's just like,
you brought this up to me because we were seeing it. We were seeing they would charge you when they dropped like a new addition to it,
yeah,
and then 3 months later it was free. And
yeah,
it's like, why the fuck are we paying?
yeah. It's like, okay, so base game comes out $60 plus the DLC, which we buy
Yeah,
just for that to get released later with the base game
and it wasn't even
when
like a
the new
year later.
seasons.
Like I
Yeah,
can understand a year later, but
yeah.
to be 2 or 3 months later, we felt like we were like, what the fuck are we paying for?
Where are we with Destiny 2 at this point? Let me see.
I think Destiny 2 is done. I think Destiny's done. I think Bungie's done. from what I understand.
Damn. Also, like, and I think the last time when that I actually like logged in, I think was when I stopped playing was when the voice actor of Zavala died,
Yeah.
and I was
I,
like, okay, like, I went in there to feel some. Yeah,
you, and I remember Destiny 1. I didn't do PvP. Like I literally just kind of hung out in the game and just shot at random
yeah.
shit.
Also, it's fucking nuts how I had to pay $60 for this game, and now you can get it for free.
Yeah. That's what we were seeing though. We were
Yeah,
seeing you paid for it, then like 3 to 4 months later or 2 to 4 months later, it was free.
yeah. It's like, what's the point? This is obviously a game that doesn't care about me, who's been with it since the beginning.
Which brings me up like why I've been playing No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky has been around for 10 years. They
Yeah.
constantly update and they don't charge you for it.
Yep. So it looks like a new season started on June 4th of this year,
But
called The
I know,
Final Shape.
yeah, I know Bungie's been in a lot of hot water lately, so I don't know if they'll
Yeah.
continue on or what.
It looks like, are they going to fucking heaven? Because why is Cade up in here?
Yeah, I think for some reason Cade makes a comeback or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it's kind of what happens when you get rid of the guy everybody likes. It's like what happened when they killed Brian in Family Guy, right? They had to bring him back.
Yeah, no. I mean they've done a lot of different source material like that.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean it's not worth it anymore. I got away from that game and I was just like I'm glad that I'm out of that game. Now now my grinding belongs to COD.
I, honestly, like I think the weapons mechanic of it all was really cool. But
Yeah.
at some point you just got to be like, this is doing nothing for me, especially if I, as a gamer who have been here since
Yeah.
season one, from almost the very beginning,
Yeah.
you're just charging me, and then you're
Yeah.
giving it away for free 3 months later.
I think that's why they kind of switched to. I think that's what they were noticing. People are getting mad. Like this is why they made the game free now. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, we're not gonna charge $60 for this game again. Let's go. We're just doing. It's just gonna be this game you can download for free, and we're gonna charge for the annual passes.
Also, shout out to Stacy who's in chat right now.
Yeah, yeah. It's Destiny 2 to search for more money at this point. Yeah.
By
Well,
Bungie.
internet online multiplayer. So I'm gonna take a wild guess at the final
The final shit. Cash.
cash.
Fucking cash.
Yeah, yeah.
Treasure.
Yeah,
Cash.
because it's like because you can buy the final shape, the standard. What's it called? I'm guessing. So this is the new like. So when Destiny 1 came out, then you had Destiny the Taken King, which was supposed to be the next year thing, plus the episodes and stuff. So you can either get the standard, which is just the expansion, the final shape expansion, which you would get the expansion, you get a new raid, and you get just the Echoes episode. Or you can do what Destiny and Bungie does the best. You can get the Final Shape plus the annual pass, which is the Final Shape expansion, a new raid, and the Echoes episode, and two new episodes called
The-
Renewal and Hersey. And then you get the Final Shape Dragon Key, Dungeon Key. You get Tessellation Exotic Fusion Rifle and Ornament,
you
and you
know,
get a secret stash, 3 secret stashes, one per episode.
there came a point because I'm a PVE player. Like I
Yeah,
like usually playing by myself, going around the storyline, figuring that out. I'm not very much a cooperative or a PVE or PvP player.
yeah,
So at some point, like Destiny 1 was, they had a lot of PvE. Like that was the main thing. And then they kind of went away from that. And that's just something like I could play with you and Luis, but like just to be put in with randoms and stuff, I'm not comfortable really in all that.
yeah. Because the last one that we were on was like, I think it was Forsaken. Yeah,
It was a while ago.
yeah. It had to be Forsaken because that was the last time that I even like touched. Because I got the one that had like the. Because what you know what? Why am I on their site?
And,
Let me
and
just go.
my friend who got me into it, he even stopped playing it. Like
Yeah,
he
bro.
it came to a point where it just wasn't very fun anymore.
No, it's not fun anymore, bro.
No.
It's like it's what's it called? It's money hungry developers who just want to half ass an expansion, and it just yeah, it's not good, bro.
Yeah,
It's just
I think really the last time I had fun was like the Oryx on his
yeah.
ship.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
think that was the last time I really had fun on it.
yep. Cause so oh my god, post release content. Yep. Cause you had okay Destiny 2 in 2017, and then you had 2017. You had Curse of Osiris, which I played. You had Warmind and Forsaken, which was when Cade dies.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think that's it. Cause it's Season of the Force, Season of the Drifter, and Season of I think was Season of the Drifter when I backed out.
I think Season Drifter was about
Yeah.
time we both backed out
Yeah,
because
because it was
we
even
were
before
just
COVID, bro, that I stopped.
kind of done.
Yeah.
And
It was just
I
like,
mean, I got a whole bunch of like I got Funko Pops there. I got a whole
yeah,
section somewhere around here.
yeah. Because
And it's
I
not
did, yeah.
like, and I don't mind that just because like I did love season 1 so much of that game.
Yeah.
But at some point you gotta admit to yourself that they're this company is not doing it for the fans. They're doing it for
No.
money.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's just so since then, Brad, since we backed out, what's it called? We had one, two, three, four, five expansions with like all their other stuff in that. But I mean, yeah, this is like I mean, because we backed out even before COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, fuck that game. I'm glad I backed out when I did. I wasn't gonna give them more money.
I mean, and the reviews I've been hearing of these last few ones, they haven't been good.
Yeah. Hey man, at least COD is free. At least Warzone is free.
I mean, you got a point.
Yep. Yep.
You can let some stuff go if it's free.
It's free.
If you pay for it though, you're a little bit
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. It is. I will say this is what irks me about COD is that it is really hard to upgrade your guns if you're not playing multiplayer, which means like you need to buy the new COD. If you're doing strictly Warzone, you have to grind the fuck out of that game to upgrade your guns. And it sucks. But the good thing is I got Game Pass. So,
yeah.
I get to get Black Ops 6, so it's whatever. I don't care. But yeah. Um but yeah, I'm done with that game. I'm glad I'm finished with that game with Destiny 2. It was a fun stream. I had a lot of fun. Did some good stuff. We got a win on Warzone,
We
and
got a few fun clips,
oh
like
yeah,
like the one where you get run over.
oh yeah, it's so
That shit
fun.
was hilarious.
It's so fun. Yeah, that's so fun. But yeah, um, and I'll never forget when I think we played Fortnite season 2 or season 3,
Yeah,
and where we literally made it to second place, and the whoever the fuck beat us because they sniped the shit out of us.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. But
yeah,
we did decent.
yeah. We literally second place.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
some way somehow.
Yesterday I played Lego Fortnite with Migs, which is literally Minecraft Fortnite.
Huh,
Yeah, but I
that's
have
all.
a lightsaber.
It's all
Yeah,
cool. That's all good.
that recharges. It doesn't break.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man. That's just been what I've been up to. I haven't watched Metropolis yet. I'm planning to watch a little bit tonight and then finish it up tomorrow.
Good luck, my brother.
If I can get to at least an hour and 24 minutes, I think
You'll
I'm
have
good.
to let me know if they have the same sound. I don't know if it was because I watched on Tubi or what, but the soundtrack was the same for
Yeah.
the whole goddamn part of the
Oh, I
movie. So let me know if it's the same or if I just got fucked over by Tubi.
think you might have gotten fucked over.
I might have gotten fucked over by Tubi.
Yeah. I need to see how long my version is because I think there's different cuts that we had.
This one I have it was 2 hours and 24 minutes. I
Yeah.
looked at that and I was like, really? Like a 2 hour and 24-minute movie
Of a silent film.
silent film? Like,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Like, what did I do? Why did I
Yeah.
choose this? But to say this, we will never have to watch it again.
No. No.
We will have done it.
Yeah. But then again, I mean, Brad, like, you're talking about this like it's like a terrible movie.
No. The soundtrack is terrible. The
Yeah.
movie, I'll save for my review tomorrow. So you guys
Yeah.
tune in, or Stacy, you tune in because you're the only one to chat. So
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. With that said, let's go ahead and get into this fantastic episode of Rings of Power. This
Rings of
episode of the
Power.
Nerdcore Live Show is brought to you by SeatGeek, and we'll talk about that after our spoiler warning goes up. But without further ado, if you have not watched this week's episode of the Rings of Power, you should probably get out of here if you care about spoilers. But if you don't care about spoilers, or you've already seen the episode, go ahead and stay. Either way, how it goes is your one and only spoiler warning, and it is in effect in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Today's episode of the Nerdcore Live Show is brought to you by SeatGeek. Whether you want to see your favorite band, sports team, or comedian, SeatGeek has you covered. We're proud to be partnering with SeatGeek to offer you $10 off with code TheNerdCore. That's $10 off your first order at SeatGeek.com with code THENERDCORPS. So take a seat at your next live event with SeatGeek. Thank you. Now let's get back to today's video. All right, man. Let's go ahead and do this thing, Brad. Season 2, Episode 6, titled, Where is he?
Where is he? Where is he? Martha! Why you know that name? Sorry.
Galadriel considers a proposition. Elendil faces judgment. The stranger finds himself at a crossroads. Sauron's plans bear fruit. Directed by Sanaa Hamri. Of course, based on Lord of the Rings and appendices by J.R.R. Tolkien, developed for television by J.D. Payne and Patrick McKay, and the episode is written by Justin Dauble.
That's a fucking cool name, J.D. Payne.
Yeah. Episode stars Ismael Cruz Cordova, Charles Edwards, Charlie Vickers, Morfydd Clark, Tristan Gravel, Lloyd Owen, Markella Kavanaugh, Megan Richards, Ciaran Hinds, Daniel Wayman, Owain Arthur, Sophia Normvet, Cynthia Adai Robinson, Peter Mullen, Sam Hazeldine, and Rory Kinnear as Tom Bombadil.
Everyone and their mother.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in this show, guys. But those are most of the main cast. Any trivia today? I say that as like I know that when we do trivia, it's because the episode.
One for trivia.
Yeah. This is interesting. Here, Tom Bombadil tells the stranger something very similar to what Gandalf told Frodo many years later. Gandalf says, "Many that live deserve death, and some that die deserve life. Can you give it to them?" But Tom says, "Many that die deserve life, some that live deserve death. Who are you to give it to them?"
Oh, are we getting to the stranger is Gandalf? Are we getting to that? Are we getting to that? Is that a hint? Is that a hint, Roller? Tell me who the stranger is.
At about 15 minutes, when Adar shows the Iron Crown to Galadriel, Galadriel says, "Morgoth's crown." I was told. Adar replies, "There are many stories of what happened after the Silmarils were pried from its settings. In the Silmarillion by J.R. Tolkien, his iron crown they beat into a collar for his neck, and his head was browed upon his knees. And the two Silmarils which remained to Morgoth were taken from his crown, and they shone unsullied beneath the sky." My brother actually has a Silmarillion. I would like to, get into that at one point. But Brad, what are your initial thoughts on season 2, episode 6 of The Rings of Power?
Oh, this is a great episode. This is a terrific episode, in my opinion. Because we are at the start of about a battle. We're getting into a big battle. That's about where we're headed to, I think. At least that's where they end it. But before that, oh my God, we had so much happening. We had Numenor shipping off their ex-queen into the ocean to face a giant squid monster.
Yeah,
she gets spit up, and we'll get to that.
Yep.
That was kind of towards the end. We have the stranger being Luke Skywalker in this episode, being told, "If you don't finish your training, you can't come back. I don't know what to tell you." So we have that.
Yeah.
We have the the Hartfoots being told, "This is our home. We don't want to leave. We get it. You don't have a home. Sorry." I get my dwarves. I love my dwarves, so
Yep.
I get that. And they send the elves packing and being like, "No, not until you offer more gold, because that is apparently what we want." And then we have, of course, the elves. The elves are on a whole fucking different level of what the fuck. And yeah, so this is just a terrific episode, which is leading into um a giant battle, I feel. And I just like that Anatar is or Soren, as we know,
Yeah.
is in complete control in this location.
Brad, I've seen the original films, right? I've seen the three films, right? I know that Sauron is powerful,
Mm-hmm.
but holy fuck, this man is powerful.
This man's an asshole too. Let's
Like this motherfucker's good, bro.
he's
This
he's
motherfucker's
he's
good.
very good.
Like he's really like before I was like, okay, are you really getting manipulated by this man? But like
I
now
mean,
I'm like, oh, this motherfucker's good,
so
Brad. Like
let's be real here. We started out where Sauron's getting fucking stabbed to death by the orcs
yeah,
with his own helm. We started that out. I think he's learned some things from that, and he's coming back much stronger and much willing to go the full distance. There are
yeah,
no half measures in this man anymore. He is going the whole way to fucking own the world.
yeah. So I have to say this. I have to say, this episode is fantastic. It is my favorite episode of the season so far. You would like, and you know, I get what Brad's saying. Like, there's so much happening, and that's to me, that's what keeps it from being like perfect. Like, I don't think I ever get a moment to really breathe here
Yeah.
with this episode. But here's why that's not terrible, because we still have 2 episodes left.
Wait.
Like,
This isn't the final episode.
no, this is there's
This
two
isn't
more,
the
Brad.
final episode right before the big battle.
No, this is there's 2 episodes left, Brad. We have an 8 episode season, like last season.
This isn't Game of
So it's
Thrones.
like
What?
you know, some you know, there I know shows that would have done this, and we're
At the
going
end.
to lead, and we would lead into the last episode where I would end my thoughts on the season and say like the season feels rushed.
Yeah, it feels rushed. It's all right.
It's
We
unevenly
we were
paced.
kind of wanting a big battle. We thought we were getting a big battle. Basically, go listen to the last episode of Game of Thrones
Yeah.
that we did.
Which I don't really have a massive problem with. It's
No,
like it's whatever. But here I'm like, oh shit. Like they just perfectly have us set up to where we're going into this battle, which I 100% expect Adar's army to be completely fucked
yeah.
because
I mean, that's kind of what.
it's exactly
that-
what Galadriel says. It's like
yeah,
he
Galadriel
wants you
said.
to attack.
Yeah, he's going to take over your army. Which I
Yeah,
don't know how, but I believe her.
yeah. And so I have to say, like, I have to really commend. I think the pace was it felt a little too fast at times.
It was pretty quick.
But I have to say, for us to get that set up to go into where we're going next week, I was just really
You had
strapped in
to.
for the whole thing. I was really strapped in
It,
for the whole thing.
and I mean, and they weren't doing like what they did in the last 2 episodes where they kind of split groups up and they just
No.
showed those. They actually incorporated like, oh, the dwarves actually had this to say about this.
Yeah.
And you had the stranger over there and you had the elves over here.
I
But,
do
so it was different.
expect us to have a more stranger Arondir focused episode for the last one.
Because
Because
this,
Arondir was literally in there for one scene.
yeah, and I mean, the
And I
stranger
was
felt
like,
kind of rushed.
yeah,
This.
but
So did the Hartfoots.
yeah, that stuff with the stranger and the Hartfoots felt very like, okay, they were like, okay, we got to put this in here because I know we have to kind of get to the end here.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's also reminding us, like, hey guys, this is still happening. We are gonna probably have a very centered episode around them once we start to kind of tie up these loose ends onto what is going to happen to the dwarves, Numenor, and what's it called? and Adar and the elves and Sauron,
and then
because the beginning of this season really felt like there was a lot of the what's it called of the stranger and the Harfoots and them, and not really a lot of like the Numenorians and all that.
I mean, and did you feel like Arondir? He was just kind of he got like 2 minutes of just being a badass, and we were
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
we
Which
already knew
I
he.
ain't got nothing wrong with
Like, I have no
that.
issue with that. Like, we already knew he was a badass, but there wasn't like
Yeah,
anything extra to that. It's just like, okay, yeah,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
fucking cool. Yeah,
Well, it's just to say like, hey, they're in the forest and they're still kind of like trying to make their way back out.
yeah.
But
He's following the orcs to the elves and yada
yeah.
yada.
So it's just I think we're just next episode. I don't think everybody's gonna meet up because I look, Brad, what they're alluding to, and I think it's just like, oh, there needs to be a fellowship for us to take down Sauron.
Yeah.
But I think where we're heading towards is like some of these groups meeting together and some of them having to band together. So I haven't seen any want to know about the stranger merchandise from Amazon yet.
I mean, do you? So we're basically Arondir is trying to create the 9 rings for men
Yeah.
to because of the 7 rings he fucked up on,
Which,
basically.
spoiler
And
alert, if you've seen the original, the Lord of the Rings films, you know that those 9 rings get made.
yeah, he's very prideful in that.
Yeah,
So I find that interesting. Do you think that goes to some Numenorians? They are
maybe
men.
they are. I'm not entirely sure if they will.
I think they ended with the Numenors in this episode fucking terrific because it throws a whole fucking like goddamn like I don't know what's gonna happen now
Yeah, I
because the
think
queen got spit out and got proven innocent by the giant fucking sea monster.
I feel like they ended with Farazan getting the rings. Them the rings being given to Farazan, where
Which
it's like where
which
like Muriel gets really close to having her position back,
and
and
then
Farazan
Parazon
gets
gets
the
the
ring.
rings. Which that's what also what I think they're headed to. Which is going to be a whole.
Yeah.
That's going to be it's going to be rough. Bless you.
Oh,
Bless you.
oh, sorry. Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks.
Bless you in
Yeah.
the future.
Yeah. So and so the stranger. So here we'll go. Get what's it called? Around here, they're following the orcs. That's it. Literally it. Stranger. What's it called? Tom Bombadil and Stranger. They just seem. He's like, hey, like Stranger really just wants to find Nori.
I found it very Luke Skywalker with Yoda. Like at that point, like you need to complete your training, and then Luke's like, I gotta fucking go because they're all fucking dying out there.
What does Luke end up doing?
He leaves.
He goes to fucking what's it called? He goes to Crescent City
Yep.
to save his friends.
Yep. Which I feel like is what we're gonna get because it's
I
how
yeah,
we always get.
yeah.
Because
I
I
feel
don't think
like
he's
it.
going to
Yeah.
leave his friends,
No, he's not.
which makes him not a bad person. But I
A
get
bad
what
wizard.
Tom. But I get what Tom was stating. It's like, are you willing to sacrifice the whole world for these two?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a big question.
I mean, and we kind of go back to the Gandalf. Gandalf was willing to sacrifice himself for Frodo,
Yeah,
so he can make it across because he knew that Frodo was the one who was going to have to save everybody.
yeah.
So
So
it's like, yeah,
maybe he makes a selfish decision in this part. And if this is Gandalf, I still don't know.
I don't
I
think
mean,
so.
we don't all know, but maybe if this is Gandalf, he makes a selfish decision, learns from it, and is like,
Yeah,
he has to make the sacrifice in the future.
yeah. Which would just be a beautiful full circle moment to ended up being when he fucking sacrificed himself so the Fellowship can move on.
Yeah,
But I what's it called? I thought it was fine. I do agree with you, Brad. I think it was like that. Those two are the stories I feel really rushed. Where I was like, okay, I think they just put it in there because it's like we're not gonna have a lot of time to cover this in the next couple of episodes, so let's just put it in here so that way we can reach where we need to
yeah.
get to with
I
these
think
characters.
yeah, those were very rushed. I think the doors was a little rushed. Like I didn't need much from the doors.
But
Like
God, man,
I already knew he like the ring had turned him,
yeah.
but like I didn't know it was that bad.
But oh man, I think even though it does feel a little rushed, I think the dwarves was really effective, and especially during with Disa being like,
Yeah,
he can't do it. He can't hurt his father. Like
yeah.
underneath
And him
all of
crying.
that shit, That's still his father.
And then yeah, and then King Durin, you like we see how much the ring has affected him and
Oh
how
yeah,
greedy he's become, and it's bad.
yeah.
Like everyone knows it's bad.
Oh yeah. And dude, I like I said, I love stuff with the dwarves. Disa calls in her fucking friends, the what's it
The
called,
bats, the fucking
bats.
giant bats, the man
Yeah,
bats, Batman's man bats right there.
yeah. But it's like we're gonna head into this part where it's like the dwarves are you're either gonna have to find a way to get that ring off his hand,
Or cut it
or
off further.
cut it, or something's gonna happen to King Durin.
My, I'm afraid to say it, but I like if something happens to King Durin, I feel like his son's gonna put the ring on, even though he said he wasn't.
Yeah. And of course, they need more mithril because Celebrimbor didn't what's it called have any,
But
and I
did
feel like that, Brad.
you can tell how much Soren wants this,
Yeah,
or
Sauron
Sauron.
wanted that.
Sauron
Sauron
was it.
wanted it. Yeah, you keep
Showed
saying
up.
story, and I'm like,
He
what the?
showed up in the goddamn tunnels underground, being like,
Yeah.
"Yo, we
Do
need some
you
mithril."
think Sauron was expecting to get the mithril?
I don't think so. I think he knew. Like I think he could tell.
Because I
Like
don't think his
sure.
expression read as disappointment. I think it
No,
was like, that's
I think
exactly
he
what
knew that
I
he
thought.
was going to be buffeted the first time,
Yeah.
but he knew how greedy that he knew the ring's effect on King Durin and
Yeah.
making him overly greedy. That he knew if he came back a second time, he was going to have his mithril.
Yeah.
Or he said he got it from the other dwarf,
Yeah.
and so maybe he just paid him.
Who
I don't
knows,
know.
man? But I like that because it's like he walks in, he's like, yeah, and then the dad's like, he goes, Durin's like telling him like, what's it called, Prince Durin's like, hey, like I thought for a second you was like, goes, no, of course not. But when he comes over a second time, I'm gonna name my price, and
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna be
fucking
able to
tag him to
milk
the
him
wall.
dry.
Yeah, like we got this. Like they need us.
Yeah, which is just it's fucking nuts. But but yeah, I really like the stuff with the dwarves. I think that to me was my favorite part of this episode. It's just everything with Prince Durin and just him completely breaking down with Disa and being like, hey, like I can't, I can't do it. If what you're asking me is to kill my father, I cannot do that because that's still my dad, and I really like that. Uh,
And then we had what's the ringmaker's name?
Celebrimbor.
Celebrimbor losing his fucking mind.
Yeah,
Like it's going. Like he can't remember the name of his
that girl.
apprentices.
Yeah.
He can't remember where he put his hammer. Um, and we all know that's Sauron. We know that Sauron fucking with him.
Oh, 100%. I mean, at this point he's Sauron's puppet,
Yeah.
and he's completely has him inside, so that way he what's it called completes the rings.
Well, even
And
when he walks outside, he's not showing what's actually happening.
no, not
It's
at
a
all.
sunny fucking. I like everything's good. Cool. I'm gonna go back in and make more rings.
Yep. Which is like my brother brings up a really good thing, really really good point, Brad. If that's how powerful Sauron is, imagine how fucking Morgoth, because Morgoth is Sauron's boss.
Yeah.
Imagine how
Well,
fucking strong Morgoth
well,
was at.
remember a few episodes ago, Sauron basically made it look like the fucking clouds and the angels singing and
Yeah,
fucking shit. Like holy god.
yeah, yeah. And it's just it's fucking insane. And it's just like it's not just Celebrimbor.
No.
It's everybody. He has everybody in that city like wrapped around his finger.
Oh, and beyond, he has dwarves. Like
Dwarves.
he knows what he's doing.
He's plotting. He knows exactly what he's doing,
Yeah.
and he's
And he knows if he gets 9 more rings, corrupted rings on the fingers of men, that's going to destroy the whole world.
well. He also knows that next episode, if he saves that city from the orcs, what's stopping them from naming Sauron their king?
Yeah.
What what is stopping them from saying like, hey, we want to make a what's it called, a proposition who to what's it called to name you the High King? Like the High King is sitting over there. He's not doing anything about us here. I It's insane to see where the possibilities are going for Sauron, and yeah, I'm just man. Like I said, this episode was fantastic, man. I really like that. I really like what they were doing here, and I have to really give it up for the actor who plays Celebrimbor, bro, because he's really
He's good.
convincing me that this guy is losing it. Charles
Yeah.
Edwards is doing a great job with that.
Before we leave on up from this, Farazan, what do you think he saw?
I think he saw the creation of the Nine Rings, man.
And just the end, basically. I mean, he saw a lot of the end of the world. It looked like through
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I think he's. I don't know. I have no idea. I think he might have seen the end of the world, and I think that what he's gonna try to do to make sure that he doesn't get this to get those rings, Brad. He's gonna hear about what the rings can do, and is gonna end up persuading him to.
I,
He's probably gonna
yeah,
take those rings.
I mean, I feel like he's gonna get at least one ring.
Just heel turns and starts burning everyone on the back of a dragon. Yeah, fucking Daenerys style, huh?
Daenerys style, yo. Now
Yeah,
you're gonna be on back of an eagle. Fly, you fools.
yeah, yeah. Which by the way, I love that Farazan is like he fucking hates this kid. Fucking hates this kid, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I would too be like, bitch, you the reason why we fucking in this right now. Like, I
Yeah,
had it all sewed up. I was fucking leader, and then you had to come in and kill a dude. Like, fuck, you lucky you not getting thrown out there the giant sea monster.
yeah. Which I love the stuff with the Numenorians because I like
It leaves it like
Elendil's daughter.
This episode leaves it up in the air though.
Yeah, it leaves
It's
it
like
really up in the air.
it's like now we got people who's rooting for the queen because she just survived giant sea monster god. And then we got Farazan on the other side, who we know
Yeah,
has a lot of supporters. So
yeah.
how will this end? There's a whole
Oh
power
man,
dynamic going
we
on.
also forgot to bring up that who was it? Was fucking was it Nori or was it Poppy who kissed that guy and he
Oh,
was like
Poppy. Poppy
Poppy
Poppy was locking lips, bro.
and she was
I
like,
think
"Did
I
you
think
have
no
lizard for supper?"
I think damn. Damn, should brush my teeth. Fuck,
You
should
brush
have
your teeth.
flossed. Goddamn. But no, I think Nori's gonna sacrifice herself. Basically, I think she's gonna give herself up so Poppy can have a life,
I don't
have a
know,
home
man. Yeah,
with strangely enough nobody.
yeah.
Which he explained his name, and I'm just like, your parents kind of sucked.
Parents kind of fucking suck,
Kind of
bro.
fucking sucked. Like they couldn't figure out a name until like 2 years ago, and then they were just stuck with nobody. All right.
Yeah, yeah. But so I love the whole scene within the actual like the jail. With Elendil's daughter. She's like, Lindell's daughter doesn't want to do this, bro. She doesn't. She doesn't,
She's
bro.
the whole fucking reason this is happening. Fucking stupid ass.
And now you want to come in here crying to me about how
Yeah,
like,
like you made this shit. You fucking shithead.
yep. Which, by the way, once again, they're all like, "Oh, she's the real heir." It's like I think the real heir is Isildur.
Yeah,
I think it's Isildur,
yeah.
guys.
I think isn't he older? He's older, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's like,
think
what
he's
the fuck is wrong
like
with
I
you?
understand she thinks he's dead, but we know he's not dead. Like we saw it a
Yeah.
couple episodes ago. That motherfucker's not dead.
Which I'm gonna love when that happens and he finally makes his way back.
He pops back up. He's like, "Hey guys, like, hey, where's my best friend?
Oh, he's dead.
He's dead. What? All right, who's dying? Like you
Yeah.
all dying? I'm about
Yeah.
to kill everyone because like,
But what a fantastic moment, Brad. With Muriel going into the water, facing the sea worm, and it's
what do you why do you think the sea worm cast her out as innocent?
I have no idea, Brad. But I
Do you think it actually knows, or do you think it's like because she? To me, it's like okay, she can't see,
yeah,
and like she showed no fear in the face of this thing, so maybe
I
that's
think that
why.
probably has a big thing to do with it
Yeah,
too.
like you can't be guilty if you like don't show fear to it.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, spit her out. She's back, so who knows?
Yeah, and now here's the conundrum: is you got Farazan, who's got a whole like crowd that likes him, and then you got the Queen now, who
Mm-hmm.
has proven herself worthy, and innocent of any crimes that Farazan has fucking said about them,
Yep.
I think we're gonna have a civil war.
Yep. And I think that's where the rings are going to come into play, Brad. I think the rings are going to come into play and to be like, oh, well, we have the rings, we have the fucking more power over you, or
Yeah.
whatnot. But yeah, and of course we have Galadriel and the orcs and Nalar, which look, I knew damn well that there wasn't going to be a fucking treaty and what's it called, a partnership there.
No, I mean we've
No,
seen the movies.
yeah, fuck no.
Like we know where the orcs end up their allegiance. We might not
Yeah,
know how it happens, but we know where they end up.
yeah, we know where they end up. But so yeah, Adar and Galadriel and Adar basically uses Galadriel for the information that she has. He's like, hey, it's Halbrand. It was like Halbrand, which by the way, he kind of says it a little bit like non-confident because he's still kind of, I think in the back of Adar's head, he still believes that he killed Sauron.
Yeah,
But it's like, yeah,
but then he's like, this dude melted through the goddamn floors,
yeah,
through the
Halbrand is Sauron, yeah, and
yeah,
so
which is now Anatar, which they don't know.
no, they
They
don't
don't know
know.
that.
Halbrand doesn't exist anymore, and now it's even more telling of like where we're going, where it's like, look, Ardar's gonna rush in there, and it's not gonna go well for his orcs.
No, and he'll lose his children.
Which,
And
by the way,
I think Adar's going to end up dead, and his children are going to side with Sauron.
yeah. Which, by the way, I love that he's like, oh, what did he promise you? And he's like, well, he promised me children. He didn't give me children
And I love that dialogue where they're like, "Well, he did give us both what he said he would. Maybe not in the
the way we
manner
wanted it.
we hoped,
Yeah,
but he did give us what he said he would."
yeah, yeah,
Which you go back to the J.R. Tolkien, the devil giving you what you want, just
yeah,
not how you would want it. Like
yeah,
the whole religious aspect of it is there.
yeah. And that's what Tolkien's always been a massive fan. I mean, the fact,
Which some people don't understand. They expect to be like, oh, why he do this? It's like that was a religious aspect thing you threw in there.
yeah,
That's why.
buddy, yeah, yeah. But fantastic episode, Brad. I loved it. I gotta say, like,
This is the best one
it's the best
for the
one yet.
season.
I've been waiting for an episode that can really surprise me. And fuck,
Yeah.
man, did I get it, man? Did I get it more?
And
I thought it was
then it
great.
leads into a battle, which we will actually get to see this season,
Yeah.
unlike other shows, which
Yeah.
I'm not mad at. I kind of wanted it, but
Yeah.
I'm not mad at. But in this one, at least I get to see the battle. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So here we're gonna be packed. We're gonna be ready for next week, man. What a great episode. I have to give it a 9.25 out of 10, Brad. This is a fantastic episode. Man, I was just really into it. What is your final verdict?
My final verdict for this, I think I given the rest like 8.5, 9s here and there.
Yeah.
This is a 9.5. This is the best so far.
All right,
I'm giving
man.
it that. Yep.
Yeah, fucking fantastic episode, man. I loved it, and like I said, man, where we're headed, it's fucking good, and I love that it's just 2 more episodes left. It's like we're not 1 episode left
No.
because this really felt like, oh shit, this feels like a finale, and it's like, oh, it's not.
You know what they're doing? They're doing the battle, and then they're doing the after effects of the battle.
Yeah,
That
and
leads
the big
into the next
reveals,
season. Yeah.
and the big reveals at the in the
It's
last
like
episode.
it's Sauron. It's
Yeah.
like we know.
Yeah, we're gonna find out.
You don't know, but we know.
We're gonna find out who that dark sorcerer is, the dark wizard. You know,
I think we already,
hopefully.
I think we already kind of know
I
that.
have
But
an idea of who that
man,
fuck.
I don't think I don't know if we know who the stranger is yet.
But I have an idea of who the fuck the dark sorcerer is.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at the staff. You're telling me that's not Saruman? Come on. But with that said, that concludes our review of the Rings of Power episode 6, and we thank you guys so much for joining us. Of course, follow along with us on all our social media: nerdcore.com, Twitter, the Nerdcore underscore, Instagram, Letterboxd, and TikTok is at the Nerdcore. Patreon.com/the-Nerdcore. Our Discord link is in the description below, so you can check us out and talk with us on there. We would really appreciate y'all joining that and talking to us. Talk to us in the comments of the YouTube video as well. Leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell so you don't miss another review that drops on the channel. And make sure you leave a 5-star review on your favorite podcast app of choice and follow us on that app as well. All that helps us out so much, man. Thank you so much to our patrons. They make it possible. So So this is the way the schedule looks next week, guys. Tomorrow, live on Patreon, you have our review of Metropolis as we conclude International Film Month for everybody. When that drops on Tuesday for the public,
We're already done with it? Wow,
it's
that
the
went
end of
by quick.
September, Brian.
Wow,
That
that went by
means
quick.
tomorrow we have to discuss what we're gonna do for horror month. So Tuesday, so that drops on Tuesday for everybody. Wednesday, we are finished. We are gonna watch the last episode of the night of and wrap that up for everybody on
Raul, looking forward
Patreon.
to that after that last episode, aren't you, Raul?
Fuck yeah. What's it called? Episode 8 on the $5 tier over on patreon.com/nerdcore. Thursday, live for patrons and goes up on Saturday for everybody. Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, Thursday, live for patrons at the $5 tier and above is our mini pod as we're doing a new French extremity film called In My Skin on there. So you guys go check that out. For that, Friday, we continue on with Agatha All Along as we review episode 3. The to be original Metropolis. Yup.
Shut up, Stacey.
Sure, Stacey.
That's the only place I can find it. All right.
Yeah. And then Saturday, things get switched up. Saturday, we are doing the Lord of the Rings of Power episode 6. Episode 7. I'm sorry. Episode 7. Today's episode 6. Sunday, right after the Penguin finishes, we do Penguin episode 2 live for everybody. That's what the schedule looks like going forward. That's what it's going to be. Friday for Agatha, Saturday for Lord of the Rings of Power, Sunday for Penguin. After Rings of Power ends, Saturday will probably end up being one of the days that we do the season review of City of God. The fight rages on.
The whole thing.
Yeah, the fight rages on.
Yeah.
When we do our season review, and then from there we'll figure it out. But for now, that's kind of all we got, guys, and it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I can't wait to discuss more. But we're gonna go ahead and get the hell out of here, Brad. Tom Bombadil.
All right, Roll. Thank you for being a host as always. Thank you to Stacey for joining us in chat once again. Thank you to all those who join us in future chats. Thank you to our listeners out there, our Patreon supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. And to end this episode, I guess we're gonna make out with a Hartfoot. You should brush your teeth at least like once.
Don't eat lizard.
Yeah, lizard. Young Yoda out.
You think that was his first or second breakfast?